Heaves Barnside Chat. We take your questions from the magic rainbow bag. Love lives here, so join us today for Heaves Barnside Chat. You can find us in Campbellville, Ontario. We have rescued chickens, pigs, and cows and goats. We've got plenty more farmed animals, big and small, all for love and love for all. Welcome to Heaves Barnside Chat. We take your questions from the magic rainbow bag. Love lives here, so join us today for Heaves Barnside Chat. Our mission is to inspire kindness and compassion for farmed animals everywhere. You can help us take action by volunteering or through donations, or visit our store and check out our website to learn more. Welcome to Heaves Barnside Chat. We take your questions from the magic rainbow bag. Love lives here, so join us today for Heaves Barnside Chat. Happily ever after Farm Sanctuary.
Hello friends! Hello, welcome today. It's so good to see everybody. Welcome to Heaves Barnside Chat. The Heaves train is ripping across the property right now. It's perfect timing. Impeccable, in fact. How are you? It's so good to see everybody. I'm seeing some names flash across the screen that I know and recognize. Hello, Gail. Hello, Deb. Lynn. How's it going in Cookstown? Alyssa from New York. And we've got Gail. Gail, you have the fastest fingers in the world. I don't know how you get that comment in there so fast. We're, of course, here at Happily Ever After Farm Sanctuary, located in Campbellville, Ontario, Canada. We had an amazing weekend here at the farm. What did you guys get up to? I'll tell you about our weekend here. It was super busy. I spent a great portion of the weekend procrastinating, and that's where I spent all of my time in the garden when I should have been doing a million other things. And you probably are doing some oh my god, I can't even say it. Procrastinating. You're probably doing some of that yourself because it's a holiday for most of our friends in the USA. It's Memorial Day weekend, and today you probably get an extra day. So what are you doing beside procrastinating? I know I did some shopping on Amazon. I do a lot of fantasy shopping on Amazon, and this little creature here I found on Amazon. My Amazon cart's about $1.3 million right now. And it includes this little gem, and I think I'm gonna get one for Andrea and Richard. Doesn't that look like the perfect thing to be mowing through TSA with? Yeah, so the sanctuary is looking amazing. There's some beautiful flower species up across the property. We got this gem right here just in time for Memorial Day weekend. I believe it's a tulip species. Gosh, is it ever beautiful. I went to the garden center and got some annuals and planted them all up in some pots that I found inside the plant shed and placed those across the property. So some more procrastinating, and of course the vegetable garden is underway and it is hot to trot right now. The lettuces are all coming up, which is amazing. We've got kale, which is coming up from last year's crop still, believe it or not. There's a lot happening at the sanctuary, including it's raining right now. Kind of feels nice. It's a warm mist. But on today's Barnside Chat, the agenda for today are resident updates. We have the spring auction going on. We have special events and the weather report to cover. And we also have the Magic Rainbow Bag, which is here. It's with all of this week's questions and leftover food from the picnic. All right, so the resident updates that we're going to get into in just a moment. Oh, how rude of me. My name's Derek Walter. I'm Executive Director, Co-founder, Accidental Activist, and Auctioneer. That'll be this Wednesday. You'll get a chance to see my live auctioneer skills at play, and we're going to tell you all about it. But I don't want to distract you from the live auction. There's a silent auction going on right now, and it runs through tomorrow at 10 p.m. So there's a special Facebook page for it. The link will appear by magic below. Our kind admin moderator will moderate your language, mine, and as well put the appropriate links below. And here it comes, just like magic. They're scrambling for the link, and here it is. The Heath's online auction. There are so many beautiful items. I was really taken back by how many items were sent memorializing Esther and commemorating her life, and some of the pieces are super special. The video is going to scroll by a whole bunch here. We've got some quilts, and we have some art prints, and there are the art prints are absolutely a treasure this year. And the quilts that have come in, I can't even tell you. I mean, I appreciate the quilts, I think, the most because of how much time goes into them. And there goes one of the prints I was just talking about with Esther meeting her mother, which was, I bawled my eyes out. I'm not gonna lie, I can't hide my vulnerability on that one. I woke up and saw the auction and scrolled through it to check it all out, and I was just like, whoa, I was not prepared for that. But thank you to everybody who donated pieces to this auction. Of course, all of the money raised will go to feed medical care and shelter for the farm. This mission has a million needs, and it needs your participation in this auction. So head on over, you can check it all out. Hopefully that there's something you like, or you can help drive the bids up for us. Look, check out that one. That quilt made by the artist Vandervalk is incredible. Prints that are going by, I would love them all. Peace, Love, Esther logo. Somebody made a mosaic out of mosaic glass pieces. So check it out. There are so many entries, including that Captain Dan ornament that you just saw whiz by the screen. And that was a hot item this past holiday, and we have a couple of them left, and one of them is appearing in the auction. So if you'd like to help us out and raise some money for the auction, you just have until tomorrow night at 10 p.m. If you play auctions like I do, I don't insert my bid until like the last 15 seconds of the auction, just for a little bit of added fun. It's amazing to see how many people have turned out for this auction, how many people are driving it along. And there are some pieces on there that I see some friends that I know that are fighting back and forth over who's going to win it, which is amazing. Like this Captain Dan piece of artwork, which is outstanding. I mean, doesn't that play at your heartstrings? And these four little peeps here, check this out. These little crocheted, oh my gosh. I recognize these chickens. I think you do too. They're from Dolly's house, which is right behind me. And those little chickens were made by Jessica. That's Nancy, Mary, Sunny, and Brian. Wow, so many updates today. Head on over to the auction. That's going on. Let's jump right into the resident care updates with Bailey. That's right, Bailey's here with me today. Hi, Bailey. What's up?
Hello.
What's happening?
I think it's on.
Did it get turned on? Yeah, I see the green. Okay, I see the green light. Everybody, this is Bailey, and Bailey is a caregiver here at the farm. Bailey, how long have you been here at the farm?
I think over a year and a half.
Wow.
Yeah, adds up.
Time flies.
Yeah, it does.
Time flies like crazy. And Bailey has been working on some training with Escalade and some cross-pollination training with BJ as well.
Yeah, it ends up being Escalade and BJ.
Yeah. Best friends BJ and Escalade need to learn how to get on the resident transport trailer for the big move and for any healthcare emergencies that may arise. We hope not. But how is it going? How's it going with, I think I'm going to cover here. You have to squeeze over a little bit here.
This way?
Yeah,
Oh, there we go.
it's backwards, right?
I know, I always get so confused.
It's so backwards. So why don't you give us an update on BJ and Escalade and how your training is going with them?
It is going, oh, here we go. It's going really well. So this is probably, this way, a recenter photo with their fly masks on. The bugs this season have been really, really bad. So I wanted to try and get the fly masks on as soon as possible. I personally have never tried it before, so I thought it was going to be, just because it has to go around the ears, and Escalade does not like his ears being touched. So I thought it was going to be a bit tricky to get on him, but it actually took no time at all. He even like put his head down to kind of be like, all right, just get it on me, get it over with. He did extremely amazing. BJ, of course, it just put it right on him, but he was not very happy with it on afterwards, just standing in the corner.
I'm like trying to find my...
There. Yeah, there
did you see what I did there? Yeah. Did you see what I did? I totally walked around the monitor in the wrong direction. I was like, I need to be on that side of the screen. Oh,
it's so confusing.
It really is.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like rocking back and forth.
Yeah.
Which way are you going? Yeah, those masks are a big accomplishment getting those on them,
I was so impressed with how easily I was able to put it on Escalade. And I took it off of him when BJ had his abscess. They were staying in the barn for about a week. So I took it off because they didn't need to have it on in the barn. And when I put it back on Escalade, I accidentally put it on inside out. So the next day, or that day, it fell off. But I went out to pasture. I was able to lead rope him out in pasture and put it on him right in his little running shed. Yeah, and usually when I like dealing with his face, I have to be in pretty confined quarters, but I just lead roped him into the running shed, and then I put the mask on him, and he didn't even move with his ears being touched. He did great.
Do you ever get, does the hair on the back of your neck ever stand up when you're with them, when you feel like...
Honestly, no. No? I feel like it should, but I'm always just, even when I was taking him out after they were in the barn, he was getting so excited. He started like rearing up a little bit, and I was just like, you're fine. So he did so well.
If there's one thing I need to knock on wood right now, here I'm going to knock on mulch.
Wood chips, yeah.
Knock on wood chips. I've had the hair on the back of my neck stand up and like a shot of adrenaline shoot through my body when I thought I was going to get kicked by them.
Oh,
you know, just like just that fear that runs through you. And man, they smell it. They smell it. But the way that they react with you is they don't do that with everybody. Maybe
that's why, because I'm like just too calm sometimes, but yeah, they definitely feed off that, and the way I approach them, I try and be very calm.
Tell me about how it was getting him on the trailer for the first time. Did the hair stand up on your neck, or was it his that was standing?
No.
Was he scared?
Escalade did amazing. I was so happy because I really did not know how he was going to be, but I've been working with our farrier Daniel. He's been telling me some tricks and how to train him properly and what to do. So he said to get Escalade on the trailer, I have to work on backing Escalade up because, you know, when you put the horses on the trailer, naturally they want to back up and try and get out. So my focus was to maintain being like, I'm in control. So you backed him on? No, I thought that's what he meant too.
Oh, okay.
But it's more of I'm the only one that's able to back him up. So he can't back up without me letting him. So when we put him on the trailer, Daniel said if I didn't work on that, it would have been so bad. Escalade would have been trying to
back off the trailer.
But he pretty much just walked on. I know someone captured a few videos of it, but
I love that.
Yeah, he did really well. And then Daniel passed, because he put him on first, and then he passed Escalade to me, and I even walked him on and off. Then he closed the door, and I was on the little side with him. I was a little nervous there because I'm like, oh gosh, because it was pretty small, tight conformer. And I was like, hey buddy,
high five.
Yeah, it was, and we got BJ on.
Oh my gosh, what an accomplishment. BJ and Escalade have made it on the trailer, which means that they can go to their vet appointment safely, which means that we can put them on the trailer in an emergency, which means that we can move them to the new property. Yay. So thank you so much for working with BJ and Escalade and getting that all ironed out, because I know I have worked with Escalade personally for when I was the lead caregiver here for a couple of years, when he first arrived, and we would back him into one of the stalls, and he would literally he would go in circles around us. So in stall one, I would stand in the middle, and he would just back up. He was just going in circles, like near feral, and trying to figure out how to get him to trust us, and even just to get a rope on him.
Yeah, he's come a long way. I've backed him up into the run and shed. I've backed him up into stalls here, and he does excellent.
Amazing. We love amazing turnaround stories like that. Oh, do the new goats have parasite issues? Here, squeeze in a little bit with me. So that's the perfect time to talk about these three creatures, the newest creatures to Heaps. We have Zoe, Pixie, and Hazel. Who's who? Can you tell us?
So Zoe is that black one approaching the camera.
Yep.
Pixie, that's Pixie there. She is adorable. Oh my gosh,
that's
her ears.
Mini Catherine.
Yeah, it's Mini Catherine. I don't want her to grow. And that's Hazel there. Oh. Hazel is adorable as well. Zoe, I can tell, is going to be a naughty goat. Like Gloria.
What tells you that? What tells you that? Okay, like Gloria.
Yeah, like she's going to be a Gloria goat just because she's always the one in charge and she's jumping up on things. So I feel like she might give us a little bit of a run for our money. She's
going to point out all the flaws in the fencing.
All the holes.
All right. Goats are perfect at that.
Yeah. No,
somebody told me when we first moved here and we got our first goats, so it was Catherine was the first goat.
Oh, okay.
And Catherine William George. And somebody said if it doesn't hold water, it won't hold goats. Oh, man, they were true.
Wow, yeah.
Catherine was showing us all of the areas around the farm. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Catherine would get on big boulders in the forest and jump over the fence.
Oh, wow.
We put fence lines too close to big boulders, so we had to double up in areas where there's high boulders.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, we were like, oh, there's Catherine again on the front lawn. Oh, there's Catherine back by the train. Awesome. It's
so funny because I know her now as like this dainty old lady and like cricketies, but
she's pretty close with gravity to the ground now.
So
not much jumping.
Trying to picture her jumping.
All right, let's go back to that question about Pixie, Zoe, and Hazel.
Yeah,
so the goats, do they still have parasites? I know the answer, but
so they are now
it does not.
Lungworm parasite free, which is amazing. I think since yesterday or Saturday.
Applause. We have been waiting so long.
Yes.
How long have they been in there?
I want to say 2 months or so. I think we got them. Yeah, I think it's close to 2 months. And they just recently got outdoor space as well, which they've been loving. You can hear them now. They're talking. They talk all day, but they are so excited, and we've been feeding them some grass so they can get used to the grass, but now they'll be able to go out on their own pasture soon when we move them. We don't have to wear scrubs anymore going in. We do still change our boots just for extra precaution, but I'm so excited to just be able to go in and like hug Pixie.
It's not this whole rigmarole to go in there. And we know that the other goat residents aren't going to get lung infection, lung parasite. What was it? Lungworm.
Yeah.
So we know that they're not going to get it, which is awesome. So amazing job to the caregiving team and so also the facilities team, because that was hard work for everybody.
Yes, yeah, that was a lot of work.
I know that they're going to be happy. They're going to get out into the main barn, which is going to open up the quarantine space, which is awesome because we have a plan to move all of the residents that are at Cornell's Cottage, aka Bunnytown. They're going to be moving into the quarantine facility in Bay 3 of the building behind us in prep for the move. I'm not saying that's going to happen tomorrow, but that's one of the next resident moves so that we can start dismantling Cornell's Cottage area and restoring the land over that way. Let's see if this next question is right. Oh, no, that's the wrong button. Is it this one? Did we do that one? Oh, yeah, I don't know the answer to this.
How much weight did Rodney
How much weight did Rodney lose? Do you know offhand?
I think he was 287 kilograms the last time we weighed him. And I want to say he was over 300 kilograms when we first got him. It was quite a task to weigh him because, yeah, it was at the main barn. And so, yeah, weighing him was definitely a big task. We couldn't do it too often, but...
Yep.
he did lose a fair amount. He lost a really good amount.
For sure. A few stones worth anyways, didn't
yeah,
he?
he looked great when he left.
He had a nickname Rodney Wrinkles because when he arrived, he was so tight. His skin was there. You couldn't fit another ounce more of Rodney inside of that.
There's a lot of Rodney to love.
There was. And when he started to lose, he got all these little wrinkles and folds. And if you'd like to follow Rodney's journey, he's over at Glow Farm Sanctuary, and the link will appear below. And I'm hoping to go out there this summer.
Oh,
check it out. I miss Rodney.
I do too. Yeah, I miss hearing him honk away.
Yeah, he's got the greatest chat,
yeah,
doesn't
he was so sweet. He was a good boy.
I have these reflexes when I'm out on my night walks. Reflexes, not reflexes. Reflexes to go over there and to give him night cuddles.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh.
The way he approached me reminds me of Sammy, but like, you know, just the way he would come honking over, and I'm like, okay, but I'm like, oh, it's not Sammy.
Yeah, Sammy's boisterous, isn't he?
Yeah.
Sammy will throw you if you're not ready. To hear about all of the latest resident updates, you can check out Bear Care Corner. And the recent Bear Care Corner, Andrea and Nancy went up and talked about Pouty Face. Oh, looks like I have Andrea's head here, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Andrea's here.
And now there's a chicken on my shoulder. You can check out Andrea's Bear Care Healthcare Corner and Kevin's This Old Barn segments. They happen throughout the week. And so much information going around now. This weekend, we had an amazing experience at the farm. It was the season opener. Bailey, you were here.
I was, yeah, in the pouring rain. But yeah, it was so fun, though. I really enjoyed it.
It was pouring rain. That's okay. Sometimes we have to dance in the rain. There's a little side video here. We had the Barnyard Buddies display, and that was the Meowseum. And they were here highlighting cats that live at farm sanctuaries. So it was an awesome display. There was about 100 people here from all over the world. And we got to feed the pigs. They got to go on self-guided tours. There was a craft table. There was a face painter. What else was there, Bailey?
Food.
Yeah. What did you have to eat? Did you have something to eat?
I did have the hot dog and one of the cupcakes, coconut cream.
Come take one step over this way.
Here
there you are. Yeah, there was the hot dog.
Pretzel, yeah, it was really good.
The hot dog place was awesome.
Yeah.
Sausage Party was what it was called. That's right, Sausage Party. And then there was the cupcakes were amazing.
Oh my
we
gosh,
can't
I
have
wish I
an
got
Esther
more.
event without cupcakes.
I should have got more. I only got one.
Kevin made it as well. Yeah, there's, who's that? Is that Tim that we just saw? I think. So the Meowseum featured Gus, this cat here from Iowa Farm Sanctuary. It featured cats from Odd Man in Animal Sanctuary. It was a heartwarming display that
it was so cute.
got to show our supporters various farm sanctuaries across North America, Mockingbird Farm, the cats that live there. So it was all around a great weekend. There were some artists that were here as well, and there was a marshmallow roasting that went on. It was a gay old time here. And here's somebody that we know, Jacqueline. Jacqueline getting their face painted. So thank you so much to anybody that came out to support the tours. There's Kevin and I roasting a good old-fashioned marshmallow.
Yeah, it was so heartwarming to see everybody still come out despite the rain. It was really nice to see. It
totally was. It totally was. Poor Lorraine, right? Despite Lorraine. Poor Lorraine. Everybody despises her. Okay. And here is just a little quick drone shot from above. And it was super rainy, so Callie was selling umbrellas. Yeah, Callie was mostly not impressed with the rain. She's a fair weather puppy. Oh, there we are.
So confusing.
I know, it's so confusing. You totally saw me just go the other way again. So yeah, thank you so much to everybody that came out. And I don't know, did you see the artist that drew? Did you see Shay?
Oh, the art was amazing. Yeah. My mom and I walked by and we were like, that's so amazing.
So this artist, Shay, did I believe it's pencil or charcoal drawing. I actually didn't ask the medium that they were using, but they drew this picture of Callie. Callie sat there for 2 hours, didn't move, and she drew it. No, I'm kidding. She didn't have to sit there for 2 hours.
Oh,
it was
just
by sight. She just like went, oh, there's Callie, and then
wow.
she went and drew her which was awesome. And this little human running around with an umbrella made me smile.
Is that it?
That's
Oh,
a
that's so
tiny
cute.
a tiny little baby human
Child.
running around with a rainbow umbrella. Yeah, it was a busy weekend all around. It's time for the Sanctuary Weather Report. Oh wait, sorry, Bailey.
Yes.
I forgot. Did you want to stay for rainbow bag questions, or
Sure,
do you have to go? No, you're good. Okay, good. It's time. It's time for the weather report. And the weather report, it's sunny, it's rainy, it's all of those things all at the same time. We had thunderstorms rip through here last night. And a lot of rain the day before. Buckets full of rain.
Yes.
Some might even say it rained broccoli. Did you see that it rained broccoli?
No, yeah,
You
yeah, I know what you
did.
mean. Yeah.
It rained so hard, it rained broccoli in forest pasture number 2.
Yeah.
I'll show you that in a minute. We got rain this week, a little bit of sun. The nights are going down to about 7, which is nice.
Oh, wow,
window open weather comparison to last week.
Mm.
And the warmest is today, which is 23 degrees right now. There was some tumultuous weather ripping through here, and this is the forecast for today. We've got tornado warnings in the air, thunderstorm forecast, lots of different kinds of weather, but it looks like we're at a marginal level 1 risk. I don't know who makes these up, but we're at a marginal risk. Something I don't ever want to experience from here. I would like to see it from afar.
Yeah. No, never near.
Not close. No, thank you. We just had a little bit of a heat wave, didn't we, Bailey?
Oh yeah, was that last week? I don't know.
Yeah, I know, right? It's
yeah, it just kind of popped up out of nowhere. The heat wave. It's like we didn't even get a chance to go in nicely. It was very hot. Yeah,
and some notices went out about the residents recognizing heat stress with the residents. Which group of residents do you think has the hardest time with the?
Right now, I kind of want to say the sheep.
Abraham?
Yeah. Abraham in specific, and Luann a little bit, but they like to stay indoors for sure during these hot times. The pigs as well, but that's when they get the most muddiest, when they go in the bog. Ducks don't mind. The ducks, I feel like, thrive in any weather.
They really do.
Yeah,
they
the chickens don't mind. But I would say the sheep/goats don't like the heat that much.
Yeah, I saw Abraham really struggling the other day.
Yeah.
When I say struggling, I mean his respiration rate was like...
Yeah, we do frequent checkups on him. We have the fans blasting on him.
Yeah.
We take his grazing muzzle off when it gets really hot, just so that it's easier for him to breathe.
I take mine off when it's hot as well.
Yeah.
It was a full moon. We had a full moon this past week. I don't know if you got a chance to see it. Oh, sorry.
No, you're the other way.
I'm this way.
I think I'm getting the hang of it now.
You got it. There was a full moon this week, and I did a little time-lapse video. Check it out. That's above the main barn. And moving across the sky. I have a real connection with the moon for some reason. It's just something I like to watch, and it was so bright, ripping across the sky.
I think I was driving home the night before it was completely full, and it looked so nice. I kept staring. I had to focus on the road, but so beautiful.
Ooh, I just got a weather forecast update. There must be something's brewing around us.
Oh no,
yeah.
I don't like thunderstorms.
Me either. They come up really quick.
Yeah.
We better move on here to the magic rainbow bag. If you have a question you'd like answered, all you have to do is put it in the comment feed below. Oh, I put one on top of the other. There we are. And I put a rainbow bag over top of Bailey. There we are. Bailey, come in a little closer. There we are.
There we go.
I think we need like X's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a pylon to hover on. All right, here are the questions from this week. These ones say, what do you miss about Peggy the most? Oh,
Peggy.
And how is April's family doing with the loss of Peggy? Thank you for that question. What do you miss most about Peggy? I think any of our residents that go on palliative care, you get this sort of rhythm with them, and you see them every day a lot more than the other residents. And so your allotment of time that you're spending with them is a lot bigger than any of the other residents. So I would have to, I know it sounds so cliche, but I miss time with her.
Yeah.
You know, like that's
and you're so focused on their care and how they're doing. So yeah, a lot of your mind is on the certain resident that's on the palliative care. So yeah, it was so, even little things like having their stall rest feed that we would go give her. It's like, oh gosh, she's not here anymore. But
yeah, I remember making feed every Friday night. I help out make feed for the next morning, and yeah, she was still on the feed sheet. And I was just like,
yeah, it's a pang.
There's all these compound grief moments that happen, and yeah, they sure do. Everybody here misses Peggy for sure.
Yeah.
And did we notice a lot from Peggy's family? How's April's family doing after the loss of Peggy?
You know, I personally didn't notice anything. I think they adapt so quickly to their new herd and situations. Hercules and Mercy, since they weren't really too much a part of April's squad until recently, don't notice much of a difference there. But you know, I'm sure they definitely know.
They definitely know because they were one herd member down. Because when Peggy was removed, and there was all sorts of scenarios with Brindle trying to get Brindle to be in with him, be in with her. So they definitely, you know, we can't discount that they know.
Yeah.
And while Peggy was being helped across the Rainbow Bridge, April came in to the stall, into stall 4. So Peggy was in stall 3, and April came into stall 4 and laid down as close as she could.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's very sweet.
Yeah, she was on the other side the entire time. So good question. Thank you for that question. Let's see what the next question brings. Will they sleep inside or outside tonight? I prefer to sleep inside. Sometimes I'll sleep outside. It depends on the night. I don't know who you're talking about, Brenda, but here, tell us who sleeps inside at night.
All of them, really? Chickens.
So who do we close up? I guess who has closed doors?
Closed doors are chickens, ducks, goats. The main herd and piglets, and then cows and horse and donkey get access to outside as well.
So a little bit a mix of both. Anybody that's subject to predation. So we have foxes here, we have coyotes here, raccoons. Yeah. What are they called? Weasels.
Yes.
So anything that's subject to predation, they get closed doors before, after evening meds, basically, right? So sometime between evening meds and sundown is when the doors get closed. Next question: who are the heads of the herds? Well, let's move location. Let's the front of the barn here, and we'll answer this question. Can you take that for me?
Ooh, the magic.
Who are the heads of the herds? So, how many pig herds do we have here?
Technically, now we have 3. I'd say we have the piglets, which is Sammy's herd. We have April's herd, which is April as the head, and the main barn herd we've been calling Malcolm's herd because he's kind of stepped up since April's herds moved out into barn 8. Malcolm's definitely stepped up to be. Oh, that's my girl waiting for me. She always waits for me in there.
Oh, Abby.
Hi, Abby. Yes, she's so cute.
And you're the lead of Abby's herd.
Yeah, me and Abby.
Okay, we got to go see Abby.
This is my sweet girl. Yeah.
Hi, baby. Hi.
Hi, Abby.
Hi, lady.
Hello, my sweet girl.
She says, "I wish I was the head."
She follows me around everywhere, especially on my PM shift. She'll stay in these stalls, and every time she hears my voice, she immediately gets up.
Oh, do you have pockets full of Fig Newtons or something?
No. I don't run to get some mints for her. Stay there, Abby. I'll be right back. Oh gosh, she's so cute.
Okay, good question. Oh, here we are. Let's see what the next question. Oh, we did heads of the herds. Oh, we did heads of the herds of the pigs. What about the birds, like the flocks?
Well, I would say for Dolly's house, Nancy, I would say he would be the head.
Okay.
And for Corno's cottage, it's technically Richard, but he's
totally.
He's such a cute guy.
There he is. There.
Yeah, he's crowing. He hears his name. Yeah, he's a good rooster.
And then what about the goat and sheep flocks?
Well, for the goat side, Diablo, for sure.
Yeah.
Everybody knows to stay out of his way, especially when there's hay. They're like, all right, you can have that pile. I would say for the other side, I want to say Gilbert or Elmer, to be honest, because they've
got big heads, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and they can be pushy with food.
Goats do have an agenda, and those three, Gilbert, Elmer, Diablo, George, let's add George to that mix.
George.
Those 4 goats all have very solid agendas.
Yes.
How is the garden doing? Oh, the vegetable garden is doing awesome.
Yeah.
They just planted the cucumbers and all of the seeds, or stuff that they sowed the seeds, is starting to come up now. A lot of stuff was started in trays under grow lights indoors before it got transplanted, but the stuff that's all started with seed out in the gardens, it's sprouted now. The beds are full. I was surprised to see a bed full of dill. Is it dill?
I was about to say, I've been picking.
I love the smell of dill.
Yeah, when I walked by once, I was like, can I start picking that? Because Cooper loves dill.
Maybe it's just for Cooper.
Yeah, just Coop still.
If you have a question that you would like answered, make sure you put it in the rainbow bag and we will answer it. You can get it to us by leaving a comment, messaging us, or emailing info@happilyeverester.ca. It's time for a quick facilities update with Kevin.
We're working on putting together the floor plans for the wash stalls, which will have the pig chute, the underwater treadmill, all kinds of fun stuff. But we want to make sure that we are planning that area really, really well, because it is going to be a highly controlled space when we're running residents through those 2 pieces of equipment. And there's also a nice little wash stall there, which is really going to be coming handy. You can even see right there, that's a heater. So this whole space is going to be nice and warm, especially when people are getting those baths in the winter.
It would not be an episode of Barnside Chat if I didn't forget to unmute us. Thanks, Kevin. Kevin was over at Heath's 2.0, and that's the new property in Flamborough. Oh, this is something I don't like to see. This story came across my feed. Australia has reported its 2nd case of bird flu in humans, which is not my favorite story to talk about. The WHO came out with a study that in about the past 20 years, humans that have gotten bird flu, about half of those cases of humans that got bird flu, unfortunately, they died. This is not a good thing, friends, and biosecurity is something that I always harp about all of the time on Barnside, and yeah, that's super scary about avian influenza jumping to humans. It's not, it's not new with it jumping to humans, but it's certainly something that we do need to keep our eyes on. Biosecurity related also are tick bites. I don't know if you live in an area, a part of the world where they have ticks, but there are these tiny little ticks, and some of them are frighteningly small. And if you get bit by one, they latch on and they suck your blood. And if they've been on you, and these ticks, they carry Lyme disease. And so another biosecurity concern is, of course, what are we doing about ticks? Well, the government here in Ontario, Canada, thankfully allows the pharmacists to dispense antibiotics. So if you have a tick bite, You don't have to go to the doctor. You can go to your pharmacist and they will give you antibiotics, which is something that I didn't realize until a volunteer brought it to my attention, because we are on a property that certainly has ticks. And I would have to say quantifiably this year, there are less ticks than there were last year and the year before. But I'm no scientist. I'm just quantifying it from how many ticks I find crawling around on Cali, or crawling around on the house, or crawling around where I see them. So that's another biosecurity concern. We're going to talk about the move. Here we go.
Heath's is moving to a new, amazing, out of this world, humongous new farm. This opportunity is once in a lifetime.
We are off on our way to Flamborough.
I get to take this off when I get there?
It's top secret, Jacqueline.
Understandable.
Almost there. All right, Jacqueline, we've arrived. You can take the blindfold off.
Whoa! Oh my gosh. This is great. I'm kind of like lost for words right now. Like it's, I don't know. I need to see everything. I'm just really excited. Oh my gosh, it's so long. Oh my. This is wild.
Pretty wild, isn't it, friends?
We've been like saying arena so much, and like I knew like what an arena was, but I also was like, what does it actually mean? But wow. Oh my goodness, the view! Everywhere is nice. You don't even know what to say. This is crazy.
That's right, friends. Just a little reminder to you that we're moving. Operations are moving from here, from Campbellville, Ontario to Flamborough, Ontario. 121 days. Hi, lady. How are you? Oh, there we are. It's so good to see you. This is Braxton. And Braxton wants to remind you that we're moving in 121 days, 18 hours, 35 minutes, 28 seconds. Oh my gosh, how horrifying is that? We're moving September 26th. Oh my gosh, I need to find myself on the screen. Here are a bunch of moving questions from this week's Rainbow Bag. How many animals in total are there to move? Over 70 animals are moving from this property to the Flamborough property. That's all of the residents. I think we're at 73 residents right now. I lost track because it goes up and down. And you lose your mind sometimes and your memory, and you lose a lot of sleep. So, oh, the birds are soaring all around me right now. Hello! The purple martins are feasting right now. Okay, next question related to the move. Have you started packing yet? Absolutely. Yes, every day we pack a little bit more, And the facilities building is alive right now with a mecca of organization. Now, let me see if I have a photo. Oh, I do have a photo. There's a photo. The mecca of organization. All of these totes. There are about 100 totes. They are all labeled up and they're all inventoried because we might need access to some of this stuff. We know we're going to be living out of boxes for a little while, so we can't wait till the last minute to pack. So we have to pack now. And if we're looking for something and it's not where it used to be in an area that's now all packed up, we look on our phones on an app and we type it in what we're looking for. I was looking for rubber ducks when it was the rubber duck derby. I was looking for rainbow umbrellas this past weekend at the tour. And I could find all of those things very easily because we've started being very organized. early on, because time has a way of creeping up on us, and I don't know about you, but I don't think moving is that glamorous. And what I mean about it not being glamorous is just the effort that it goes into putting everything in boxes, and you live out of boxes until you organize everything again. So I am looking forward to moving, and I'm just not looking forward to living out of boxes. And rightfully so, I'm sure. I'm sure there are some of you that can agree. You know, we all have to move from time to time. Okay, let's see where I am on the screen. Oh, I think there's another question about the moving. Will you have more animals after the move? Well, there's a lot of different considerations for me to contemplate while answering this question. Will we have more animals after the move? Yes, the mission is going to move on for sure, and we will continue rescuing animals that are in need. But I think there's this conception that we're going to be able to increase our herd and flock sizes enormously very quickly. And although we do want to help out as much as we can, as much as possible, we still have to develop this farm out so that we can rescue more. So there's quite a lot of groundwork, quite a lot of legwork to do on the ground before we're able to really start ramping things up. Things to consider when rescuing new animals, new species, new residents is there enough hours in a day to see everybody? Do we have enough hands and feet on the ground? Is there enough support for the organization financially and with people who want to volunteer their skills to the farm? So all of those things we got to make sure that are considered before we take on any new residents. And those things, all of those considerations happen right now here at this location. We consider all of those things. Do we have enough money? Do we have enough hands? Can we see them every day? How will they fit in? Where are they going to fit in? Where is their quarantine going to be? So all of those considerations go into play. Who is the key organizer at Heath's? Key organizer. The key organizer. Is that in relation? That must be in relation to the move. So we're all helping out a little bit here and there. We have meetings every single week. But the key leads, I guess, on the move would be Kevin and Andrea and Emily and myself. And from there, we lead the teams and volunteers and give them direction. So I guess the key organizer, there's a lot of people involved here, friends. So I hope that answers your question. So are you staying at Heath's, not moving? No, Julie, we're definitely moving. We're moving from this property in Campbellville, moving to Flamborough. There are ways to support the sanctuary. We hope that you feel moved in a way to support us. The sun is coming out. It's so beautiful. We hope that you believe in our mission. We hope that you've enjoyed this Barnside Chat. We hope that you enjoy all of the programs that we run here on the program. We've got a lot of really great photos that have come in this week. Let's take a look at them. Oh, I love this one. There's Mr. Ricky. This is Ricky's new sleeping place on top of the couch. Or sorry, on top of the refrigerator. Why did I say on top of the couch? Love it. He is really taking a nap there. Oh, we got Zeke. Check out that handsome face with a mouthful of clover. Back to another view of Ricky. Can't believe him. He loves it up there. It's so warm. Oh, we got Dakota and Pouty Face. Oh, and Abigail. And the last photo, raining broccoli in the forest? Yes, it did rain broccoli in the forest. It rained broccoli in the forest this past weekend. We had tours, and the buckets for the feed out had a lot of broccoli in it. Check it out. I went for a walk. This is the night before last. I was like, what is all this broccoli? There's just pounds and pounds and pounds of broccoli all scattered throughout the forest. It wasn't just broccoli, but they picked around it. This is Sammy's herd. Nobody in Sammy's herd likes broccoli? That was the dying question for the week. Does Sammy and his friends like broccoli? Well, clearly no. I know that April and her friends, they got broccoli, and I know somebody in that group likes it, but that really, that cracked me up. A lot of people think that pigs will eat anything. No, they won't eat anything. Broccoli. I've seen it rain red peppers in the forest, and coming across it, it was a peculiar photo. You got red, yellow, and green peppers scattered all throughout the woods. So they don't like broccoli. Join us for a volunteer work day. I really hope that you will. Our hearts are all in it here, and we need your love and support. You can sign up to become a volunteer. You can come for a volunteer work day. You can sign up to become a volunteer every single day of the week if you like. And we're located, we might be closer than you think. There are a lot of ways that you can help out the mission. Volunteering being one of them. Becoming a monthly donor. You can follow our social media channels, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. You can head on over to our website and give us the biggest honor, and that would be becoming a monthly donor. A monthly donor wrote to us and said, "I'm proud to be a monthly donor, and I have been for years. I love you all and love what you do. I would love to volunteer if I lived close enough to do so, but I live in California, so it's not possible. I really do feel good when I think about my monthly donation, and I have complete faith in everything that Heaths does." Getting those messages warms my heart, and it makes me want to give it my all and give it a little bit more each day. And with you here by our side, it makes it so much easier. Thanks for being a part of this Barnside Chat community. See you next week. Bye-bye.
All we need is a place to be and a few good friends for some company. If you'd like to stay, you don't have to leave. We'll leave the lights on and the door unlocked. If you drop on by, you don't have to knock. We're happy to share whatever we've got.